Hey, 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 Uncle Mark in the mothership. 3-string cigar box guitar. Yeah. Ray Wylie Hubbard. And this is Bad Trick.
Operate machinery if you're on Benadryl. You gotta have some pain if you're in the lion's den. And everybody turns a bad trick now and then. Mud soda don't always remove ketchup stains. Nothing gonna take when you cure a migraine. Broken dreams are premise of a mycin man. Everybody turns a bad trick now and then. You gotta have some scars if you wanna be a poet. What weeds out your garden, you gotta hoe it. Possession with intent will get you 5 to 10. And everybody turns a bad trick now and then. And everybody turns a bad trick now and then.
Alright, yeah. Well, what do we got going on? G, D, G. 42, 34, 24 of my gauges. They are wound. They're electric guitar strings. I'm playing through a Roland Mini Cube down here, and so I'll show you those settings near the end of the video. So, open G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, and G. And this is where we're going to concern ourselves, is this 9th fret. Right there, that is an E chord. So that's an E bar, and it'll look like 7, 7, 7, because you're pressing down on all the strings at once. And as you do that, if you crank your finger over a little bit, you're going to have a little easier time of it, because, you know, your finger is kind of straight on this side, bent on that side, wiggly on this side. The only side that your finger is really straight is right here. So you get on it and pinch, like so, and then kind of crank it over a little bit, so you're like so. And you're going to find that to be very easy. You can put your slide on any finger you like. It's totally up to you. This is a clear slide that I use just for teaching. So it's not what I normally use, but I'll put my finger there. I can put it here. It's all up to you. You have to decide. But that's where you're at. And if you're going to play slide on this, you want to be on this fret. And you can see it through the... wiggling off my thumb right there. Alright? That's your chord. So we're going to do this one way. E and A. And that's a 2-2-2, and that's the 2nd fret. And it's much easier to kind of turn your hand a little bit down here, I think, than up here, but it's up to you. And it really does help when you crank it over a little bit. So I'm going to play the 2nd verse in the chorus, or the 3rd verse in the chorus, and then I'll break down the way I played it in the beginning. So this is the 1-finger way. Most gamblers know that they'll never break even. 5 stages to go through when you're grieving. The sword is always bloodier than the pen, and everybody turns a bad trick now and then. Hey, you got some scars, you wanna be a poet. Hey, kind of garden, E, you gotta hoe it. A, possession with intent, E, get you 5 to 10. E, everybody turns a bad trick now and then. And everybody turns a bad trick now and then. That's the whole song. Is E, intent, lyric, and then it's A, E to the chorus. And everybody turns a bad trick now and then. That's the entire song. And I had a really hard time finding the lyrics online, so what I'm going to do is post the lyrics down below in the comments beneath the show notes. So definitely look for that, because I couldn't find them at all online, and I just had to research the whole thing and find it myself. I just gleaned it off of what he was saying. So what I like to do is I like to hit this G. Exactly what I like to do. So that's how I work it, is I just stay on this E note and I work to that G. Now, I think it's easier to put your slide on your third finger and take your pinky and reach that note. You know, it depends on where you put your slide. It all depends on where you put your slide and how you want to play that. So if your slide's on this finger, you want to use your pinky to reach that G, and that's just the 12th fret. And this is one of the few times I'll tell you to just come down to the D and come up to that E. It's just so much easier than positioning your hand here and then trying to grab that again. So basically, take the slide out of the equation. You're here. Now, when I hit this, I'm still strumming through all of this, but it doesn't sound that nasty because I'm doing it really quick. So when I hit that note, I effectively am hitting all these strings, but I'm putting so much of a pronouncement on that G that you don't really hear the rest of it. And if this gets tiring, try that and then go back and forth. There's no reason you can't, you know. And use your pinky again. Pretty good exercise, actually. So, slide-wise. So, here, I'll put it there, just because I can. This is where I'm coming up to, and that's that 9th fret. Right, that wiggle is really, really fun and effective technique to ramp in and out of songs. So in this song, there's a little slide jam, but it stops, so it does a everybody turns a bad trick now and then. And you'll hear it, and it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. Slide parts you can do. So you can slide up on the D string, 9th fret, and end up on that E note. So you're coming up to here. You can so you're just mapping out. You can also, it's very, the vibe is very, very, like so. There are notes you can hit in here. So this note, this note, and this note. So notes are great. So those notes work really well in this, but really just play along with it on that E and you're going to have a lot of fun with this tune. It is just super fun. Don't forget, I do have a companion video and I play on that and you'll see some of these techniques on that companion video, so please take a look at that. And this is Uncle Mark in the Mothership. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. I really, really do appreciate it. And I do have a PayPal link down below here. It's a paypal.me/Uncle Mark Tips. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. And $1 a show is all we ask. And I do have a Facebook page. It's Facebook's at cigarbxblue. So cigarbxblue. Pretty easy to do. So let me show you my settings here because things are a lot different than I normally do it. If you notice, I'm still on the Brit combo. I'm still on a little bit of reverb. But I have the effect up. So the tremolo is really high. So look at that tremolo is pretty high. And then my gain is at 12 o'clock. And my tone is dimed. So what that tremolo does is it gives you a... You can hear that wah, 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 wah. Na, 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 na. And you can turn it up a little bit more even, I think. A little bit lower. Wow, 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 wow. So that's what tremolo does. It's a really, really cool effect. A lot of old Fender amplifiers used to have a tremolo, a tube-driven tremolo on them. So you'll hear a lot of old school guys using that tremolo in their Fender amps, especially Creedence. They would do that. John Fogerty loved his tremolo. So that's an effect that's really fun once you get a handle for it. Lots of old slide guitar players love their tremolo, and that's because it came with the amplifier. So just to let you know a little history of the trem, and thank you so much for everything you do for me.